Hello, you guys. Welcome back. This is the first of the month episode,
Oh
and
yeah.
it'll also come out the day after the election. So if you just need like a little fun, happy space, this is your space. This is your space. We're actually recording it on Halloween. And I love spooky Halloween. We don't have like a ton of plans tonight. We had like a little impromptu day of just like fun, James and myself. So I think we're gonna watch a scary movie tonight and then like a classic, like family fun Halloween. I love Hocus Pocus. So that's my pick. And then James is like trying to pick a very spooky one. So I'm trying to get into the
Oof.
spirit of it all. But I'm sad we don't get trick-or-treaters. And I love Halloween.
I don't think I've have I ever passed out candy? Well, we talked about this. Like I have never dressed up I think maybe once as an adult. It was just kind of sad. And I would love to, but
Yeah.
you know, you know. this no someone's not helping me with that. Anyway,
Also, you're like,
um,
do I want to like, you know, dress up if it's just me? Like
and go
as
where?
right, right. Like
I'm gonna dress up to sit in my house.
honestly, like I love passing out candy for that reason because I think the last like big Halloween party I went to was in 2019 and my legit butt cheeks were out because I was wearing a I was Barbie. I was like a workout Barbie and the bodysuit that I
Oh, I
had.
remember that. Yep.
How
I
do you
see the
remember that?
picture.
Oh, she's apparently creeped my social media back to 2019.
No, you have used that picture before.
I'm
Whenever
sure I
Barbie was
reposted
hot,
it. I'll
when it,
posting my pictures of my Halloween costume. I have been some amazing things. I love it. Like I did a mermaid, I've done like a bloody zombie. I did a ringleader, like I was the circus leader and James was a lion. Like I always try and
Mhm,
make something cool for myself and then like he kind
mhm,
of does low effort. So I was a
mhm,
mermaid, he was a fisherman. Like it's
mhm.
always something so slay and fun. But yeah, no, my and I did not intend on my ass being out as it was. And as I like walked into this bar, I was like, my butt cheeks are out. And some guy gave me a free chicken wing. He's
One chicken wing,
like, here, you deserve this. I was like, okay.
half a wing per cheek.
Yeah. And you know what? And then I remember that night, me and my friend, we got like someone like rented out the bar and we just went for like the party. And then we like, I don't know what time we left. It was pretty late. And then we went home and like made like Tostino's pizza rolls. And I was like, this is really great. And it was really fun.
Mhm.
And I love how that was like, I think my last like adult Halloween party. And then it was like, oh, I did one in 2022. But honestly, I don't want to go out late. I want to do like a daytime party.
I would do that.
Yeah, like an
Yeah.
afternoon party. It starts at 4. I'm
Mhm.
home by like 9:30, 10. I can get
8.
into my bed. Like I can just like have a little nosh. Like, because if I'm getting home late, I'm like, there is like a 50% chance I'm not taking my makeup off.
Yeah, you're just making yourself age way faster.
I know. I'm usually really good about it, but like, sometimes fuck, shit happens. But tonight I am, there's no makeup on right now. So I'm probably gonna have like a couple of Reese's cups because those are my friggin' jam and watch some
Mhm.
Halloween movies and make a little mocktail because
Mm.
I want the lore. I just want the cup and the drink and I'm just having it. But yeah. So you know what? We need to find you. Well, where you're staying tonight, your dog's sitting. If they don't, the people don't know, check the background on YouTube. It's a
Oh,
different space.
I'm
Do they live in
literally
like a neighborhood, like where they're, or no?
no, no,
Oh,
no. I'm on 30 acres of land right now.
spooky.
No, but I was like, "Oh, is there like a house key?" "Oh, we don't ever lock the doors. Like, there's no need to." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "If you're okay, then I guess I'll be okay."
Oh my God. My parents used to never lock their house door. And then there was like a series of like break-ins. And I was like, you guys like gotta start locking your door. And they're like, yeah,
Yeah.
like we do. I'm like, I don't know if you do, but fingers crossed. I'm like, girl, you crazy. Yeah, I'll go on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. I have this really slay Post Malone cup from Cane's. James told his dad works near one, and he was like, "Can you get it?" And now we have like four of these. I have no idea why. James is not a big Post Malone like stan,
Uh-huh.
but they're
Uh-huh.
great because they're huge. It's like the size of my head, so
It
great
really
for drinking.
is.
It's huge and it's great. It stays nice and cold. It's cute.
The
Maybe.
only downfall, plastic.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta choose my fucking battles over here.
No, yeah. I mean, you're not heating up food in it, right? If you were like literally
Oh, I
putting like
shouldn't
hot coffee,
heat hot coffee in there or tea. I shouldn't put it in the
funny,
microwave.
funny.
Uh.
I was like, I hope she's kidding.
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm not like that silly. I would just be like not even like, yeah, I would be concerned about like the microplastics, but I would just be concerned that like it would like I'd make a mess in the microwave and then I'd have to like clean it up,
100%. Also, we have to talk about our monthly goals.
Yeah.
That's You don't like that?
No, I just like don't even know. Like I feel like no okay, November is like kind of coming at us fast and
Yeah.
I have plans every weekend. I well, almost every weekend. I hate having plans almost every weekend. I hate
Yeah,
it.
when do you have time to like just like being comatose?
I have one weekend to be comatose. And
Mm.
that's, it's not enough. So the first weekend we're doing a Friendsgiving and I'm hosting it,
Mm-hmm.
which is fun. And it'll be like
Mm-hmm.
Saturday and some of the girls will sleep over, but then they'll like maybe linger Sunday. So I'm like, all right, that weekend shot. Then the next weekend, James and I are going to a wedding and we might have a surprise party that Sunday, but I don't know if we're going to make it in
Oh,
time
from the
because
wedding.
of like where the wedding is and all that and whatnot.
Okay.
And then the next weekend, we have nothing. So that's great. And then the weekend
Mm-hmm.
after is like Thanksgiving, which is like his parents are like divorced. So we go to like different houses. We go to the grandma. We do this, we do that. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even like eating turkey like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, as far as like my personal goals, it's just like keep it on keep with the shit that I need to do. Just like I gotta prioritize like my workouts, my movement, good nutrition, because when there's a lot going on,
Mm-hmm.
I get stressed out. And then if I just like start
Mm-hmm.
treating my body like a garbage can, then it's like you get even more stressed out.
Mm-hmm. Are you still dieting this month?
Oh God, yeah, no, I'm like at my like I am at that threshold where I'm about to turn into a beast. So I actually have my check-in with Kelsey, who's Maddy and I. We both know she was on the podcast. She go back and listen to it if you want to learn more about Dr. Kelsey. Um, but I think I'll be done going into Friendsgiving. That's my plan. So it'll be like the first weekend of November because I'm hitting a wall. It's
Hmm.
been since January. I'm hitting a wall.
Oh my God. How deep into a cut did you get?
Um, I'm at like 1,600 calories right now.
Well, no, I meant like how percentage wise? Like how do you know how low you went from where you started?
Yeah, I would have to look at where I started. That's like where I don't even remember. My brain is like very much like I'm hungry and I'm over it.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
hit
God.
that wall,
Six.
but my thought is we're gonna take a little break through the holidays and then just fucking hit the ground running again because I got a little bit more that needs to come off before my wedding. So, this is the time where we're gonna like recuperate a little bit, take like I think maybe 4 to 6 weeks off and then come
Mhm.
back in and hit the ground running. And I'm like, all right, I can fucking do that. I just need like a little I need like a
I know.
little break, but honestly, and like, going like talking about goals, there's no point in like me complaining about it because it's my fucking decision. So I'm just like,
Mhm.
I need a break. And I'm not gonna like be like, it's so hard. Cause it's like, come on, it's really not that hard. Yeah, like it
Mhm.
might be difficult in some situations, but it's also like if your goals are important to you, then you don't need to like make people feel bad for you or be like, oh, it's so
Mhm.
hard. I'm doing all these hard things. It's like,
Mhm.
okay. Like, are you though? Like,
No, I 100% agree. I mean, that's the same way I felt when I was doing my last diet phase. I was like, this freaking sucks. I'm like, but I'm choosing to do this, you know?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. So what are your goals for November? Are you
Well, I
having
have,
craziness?
yes. I'm going to retreat next Thursday. So when this comes out, it'll be like the next day.
Yeah,
So I'll be in,
literally.
literally, I'll be in Florida. And then for a couple days. What other like going through all my stuff? I'm just in a
Oh.
purge cycle. So like I went through almost all of it. I have donate pile, sell pile, throwaway pile. So I
Mm-hmm.
just want to finish doing all of that. And then I also want to clean out the inside of my car. Like I
Honestly, I need to do that.
yeah, I did a real good scrub on the outside, then a bird took a big shit on it, and I was like, "Thanks. You could have done that like, I don't know, a week ago, before I cleaned it."
Birds.
I
Fucking
know.
hate birds.
And so the inside needs like a good vacuum, a good wipe down,
Mm,
that mirror, the window needs wipe, all that stuff.
mm.
So that wise, and then what else do I really I'm just like going through crap, getting rid of stuff I don't need. Like that is like
Yeah.
my November goal.
I have a huge donate pile of like household items that we're just gonna bring to Goodwill. And then I want to go through our basement because I was trying to look for like Halloween decor in our basement. I have no idea where the fuck it is. Like ever since we moved, like things are pretty organized in our basement in like the storage area, but not enough. Like I'm still like, where the fuck is certain things? And so James has to um work this weekend. So I'm like, my goal is just like gym, go through the basement, get rid of, bring to donate, or put on Facebook Marketplace or Poshmark or whatever. And like, honestly, people love a spring cleaning. I love a fall cleaning. Like, just
I
when
love
it's cold
anytime
outside,
cleaning.
you can just like go through your shit and you're like, okay,
Hmm.
I have not used this in a year. I need to get rid of it. And if you can make money off of
Hmm.
it, go off, queen.
Literally.
Literally. I love it. Do you have like good when you sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, like, do you have good luck with it? Because sometimes I'm like, I like, like, people like don't just like they don't grab onto it. And I'm like, this is good. Like, why wouldn't you buy it?
I don't sell anymore in Facebook Marketplace just because like my account got big. So like I don't want to like muddy it up.
And then you're saying my account got banned. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, no, I don't know. I just think that's like I just don't I want to keep that just like health
Yeah,
fitness. Like I don't want like I'm just slowly like unfollowing, unfriending everyone. Like I just want like no one. Like
yeah,
I don't want to see anything when I go on. I'm just there to post my content and leave.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, you need to be careful with scammers. Like one of the last things I sold was like a camera that I never used. Like I was like,
yeah.
oh, I'm really gonna need a nice camera. Not really. And I definitely got a lot of scammers, but then I ended up selling it.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, I think either it's like I either got scammers or like I was always selling like Lululemon or a nice camera. You know what I mean? So like
mm.
none of the stuff, Poshmark stuff, that stuff sits forever, I swear.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, and Depop is not much better.
Oh, that's not
I mean, like
reassuring.
I use both and I'll list it. And if it doesn't sell after like 6 months, I just donate because I'm like this, like the whole point is I'm trying to get rid of shit.
Mhm.
So I actually have a huge like donation pile and I don't know. I'm like, I don't know like where the best place to donate is because I'm like sometimes like Goodwill won't take some stuff. And I'm like, why? It's good. And they're like, oh, we're full. And I'm like, girl, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Like, there's not a lot of
I
options
They
around
give you
me.
an option? They tell you?
Sometimes they're sent like their donation center is like closed. Like they're not
Oh.
accepting things. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, there's not a lot of options for me, like to drop things off. So I
Mm,
don't know. But I love that. I love a deep clean. I love a renewal of energy. That's what it feels
mhm,
like.
mhm.
Yeah, maybe that's like what November will be. November new. Maybe there's something in there.
New me in November.
November.
I just finished, True
True Blood.
Blood, and I'm like depressed because I
How
fucking
long has
love.
that show been out?
It had 6 seasons.
But how long, like, when was the last season? 'Cause this is like not a new
Oh,
show. Is this?
I would have to let me look. I'll tell you.
This like
Right,
makes me think
you're
when my
gonna laugh
sister was
because
watching Gossip Girl and I spoiled who like Gossip Girl is. And she goes, "What?" And I was like, "This show's been done for like 10 years. Like, what do you
no. Okay, the last episode season was 2008.
mean?" Girl, I love that for you. And you never got any
Oh
spoilers.
wait, was it 2008? Yeah, because I never. No, 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 no. It started in 2008. The last season was 2014. It's only 10 years.
It's still a bit of time. That's crazy. I love an old
So
show.
I love an old. Guess what I'm watching now?
Hint.
It's still vampires.
Vampire Diaries.
No.
Twilight.
Well, no.
I love Twilight. Don't even start
I
with that
do.
Twilight
I do
slander.
too. I
Okay.
do too. I do too. I'm not. I
I
don't. I
saw
don't.
that face. I was like, come on, girl. You know it's
I
camp.
I don't typically watch movies when I'm like, I
Uh,
like to watch
okay.
shows.
It's vampire. Oh, is that stupid one again? That one that I hate, the witches one. That one, we didn't
Shut
even finish it.
up.
We couldn't. We were bored. I'm
You're
so
boring.
sorry. I hate to
One more
say it.
chance.
Vampires. I have no idea.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, never watched. How is that? Is
It's
it
a little
good?
rough.
What?
It's okay. It's old. It's like
It's
it
old.
started. It started. Hold on, let me look at it.
Our
It
research team over here,
started.
aka Maddie.
Okay, the last episode was 2003.
Holy shit. We were like
Yep,
kids.
literally. And it has 7 seasons and it started 97.
And how many episodes per season? Is it like a 20 episode per season type of show?
The last season was 22.
Oh, I love, and they're all like 45 minutes long or some
Okay,
shit.
but the first season is 12.
That's
So,
fine. That's
okay.
fine.
And then season 2 is 22. So like
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. You have so much content. It's so
I
good.
I know.
Oh,
That's why I was like, give me a long, juicy one.
yes, honestly, I'm so fucking done with like these 8-part shows. Like, give me more content, okay? Because if I'm like having a depressive episode and I'm not getting out of bed, I need more than 8 hours worth of content, okay? Like,
Mhm,
what the fuck is going on? Which, speaking of Vampire Diaries, because I've actually never
mhm,
watched it, but always
mhm,
wanted to, love vampires. Nina Dobrev and Shaun White are engaged. Do you love
mhm,
them or do you love them?
mhm.
How like hot are they together?
Very, but like, why did I hear he was like stepping out on her at one point?
What? I don't know
No?
anything about that.
Uh,
I'm choosing to that is not my narrative because when I
mhm.
picture them, all I picture is he had picked her up and put her on his snowboard and they were snowboarding together.
That was goals.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like your man can do that. Okay. I'm obsessed.
Mhm, mhm.
I love it. I love them together. I think it just feels so right. If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. Yeah. If
No, I
loving
agree.
them is wrong, yeah. I love it. I
Mhm.
thought the pictures were fierce. I thought the caption was fierce. I was like,
It didn't show her ring, did it?
I think you could like see it from far away.
There was no close up.
Honestly, if I was a celebrity, I would be very careful about showing my ring because like I'd be afraid if like somebody like mugged you on the street or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
it's
I
probably
wouldn't
smart.
want something like so big where I'd be like afraid.
Mhm.
But I don't know. That's my thoughts. And now maybe that'll get me into starting Vampire Diaries because like I always need a thing. I'm like, okay, what can
I
I
never
grab
watched
onto?
it.
I never either. Wow. We should watch that when you come. Get into it because
Oh,
I love vampires too. There's like something so slay about a vampire.
ugh, like I need in my next life
And
marry
I
a
think you
vampire.
would really love like is it Ian Somerhalder? Is that his name? That he's like in Vampire
Mm.
Diaries and he's like, ooh, and he's like married to Nikki Reed. What? How how can you call yourself a pop culture podcast and you don't know who these people are?
Well, see, you bring the pop culture to
It's true.
me.
It's true.
You are carrying pop culture on your back.
You know what? Humbly, I am humbly doing it. Another thing that I saw, Lindsay Hubbard baby shower. Did you see?
Oh no.
Hub House baby shower. She looked amazing. It was like sponsored and Entertainment Tonight was there and I'm like, "Girl, you are doing fabulous. Like you are milking the
Wow.
shit out of this pregnancy and go off, honestly."
If you feel like I've
I
been
think you need
pregnant.
to move your phone from your microphone. Like don't just
What?
that is a weird noise.
What? What happened?
I don't know, something's like reverberating back.
How's that?
Better.
Okay.
I think it just like when you put your phone near the
Oh.
microphone, it got
And
all weird.
it
So honestly, amazing
Oh.
pictures. Her
Yeah. Wow.
baby
We'll have to
daddy
put some
is
up.
in the last picture, but you don't see his face. Like they're very, very discreet because, like, I think he's a doctor or something.
You know, the best part is everyone there sees him but
I
us.
know. I know. I'm like, oh my God, everybody there gets like the hot goss. But I kind of love this for her because, like, she's always had really bad relationships and like she obviously played if you guys Lindsay Hubbard Summer House she's always played a bit of a dubious role in some of her relationships but I'm happy for her like she's
Hmm.
having a baby she's with this man who loves her and appreciates her and she can like keep him from the social media like she can protect
Hmm.
him in that way I love it like
Yeah. No, we
Carl
don't need to see
who
him.
Ugh.
I want to see him, but we don't need to see him.
Yeah, I want to. And that's, the parasocial thing about it. But like I don't need
Mhm.
to. I don't deserve it. Like I what who cares what I think? You know?
Retweet.
Retweet. But yeah, and then like Kyle was there and it's just like
I
I'm so
saw.
curious how Summer House was. Cuz like with Carl and then Lindsay being pregnant,
Did they do a new season?
uh yeah, they just filmed it over this summer. My goodness.
Oh, when does it come out?
Probably next spring.
Yeah, I was in my reality TV era for a minute, and then I came back to my vampire era.
Left. You left. Okay, so you have two eras, vampire era and reality TV. And what do you like
Yes.
more? Because like I feel like you feel called to more to one way or the other.
Ooh, I don't know. They satisfy different needs.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I get that because
Uh-huh.
sometimes I'm like, give me the 411. And then other times I'm like, I just want to like immerse myself into this fantasy world and nothing matters.
Yeah, because like you have to be in the mood for reality TV because it's
Mm.
really just like I'll get into um not housewives, real estate agent reality TV. And that has
I
what?
love how you phrase that. Real estate reality TV. Like
It is like a
obviously
whole genre.
I know it is. I know it.
But like you have to be in the mood for like conflict, show a
Yeah.
house, sit down, talk about it, avoid the issue, conflict, scream match, sit in a room, talk, show a house, gossip. Like it's very, it's repetitive. And then after a while I'm like, okay, I am ready to see werewolves and vampires and move on
Mm,
from there.
that's your palate cleanser. Werewolves and vampires.
Cleanse right out.
I'm obsessed like that. With that. Two last things, okay, because I
Mhm.
had to write it down. I was at Target earlier. All of the
Mhm.
Wicked stuff I am gagged for. I am buying my tickets early. I am sat. I said, James, we are going. I love Wicked. And I text Maddie and I say, hey, do you like Broadway musical theater? Not really. I said, what? I love musical theater. I especially love Wicked. Like every day when were younger and like driving to school, we would be blaring that shit. Like Defying Gravity is my shit. Like I was cleaning the house the other day and I'm like, Alexa, play Defying Gravity. And now she might turn on if she can hear me. That's why I tried to say it quiet.
We couldn't even hear you anyway.
I blocked myself, but the bitch started to play. And it was loud. It was loud. But I mean, that's my life. I love it. But I love musical theater. I love Broadway musicals. I love it all. So I will be sat for that movie and I'm really excited to give a review. Just saying.
And I'm happy for you that you like it. I just have never gotten into musicals. I don't know. Just something about them is like, ooh.
They irk you.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what? The Grey's Anatomy musical episode always makes me want to die.
Oh, I remember that. I think I would just like skip.
Yeah, but you know the thing is that it's like we're going into a musical expecting musical. I don't want to go into Grey's Anatomy and like watch a musical. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So
Correct.
I'm excited for that. And then last thing on my reality or my hot topic little wrap up, Sister Wives is continuing to give us nothing. You guys, I talked about Sister Wives a little bit on our Plexus deep dive. It is giving us nothing. They started filming it in like what they're showing right now, started filming in 2022, and then it's going through a little bit of 2023. The year is
Mhm,
2024. Like, why are we
mhm,
watching Christine date her now husband? Like, she's married to this guy. We already saw the wedding special episode, but all
mhm,
of this season is showing her dating him. We're bored. We're bored. Go
Is this
ahead, girl.
the
Give us nothing.
is everyone feeling the same way about it?
Yes. Oh my, like I even went to go on like I think it's like reality cringe on Instagram and TikTok and like we're like no, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing interesting. Like there is no discourse other than why is this going so slowly? Like we have been
Mhm,
talking about Coyote Pass for the past like fucking 5 years. It's this property they
mhm,
bought and now they're all divorced and all this shit. I'm like, come on now, people. But I'm watching it, not
mhm.
loving it. But I have to. I've held out this long. I've held out for 19 seasons.
Do you know how much they were making in the end?
God, definitely not a lot. Probably a little bit more now, but like they make money for sure on like brand deals and like different little
Mhm,
things where they can like use their platform, but like, girl, not enough.
mhm.
Ugh, not not a fuck enough. And
And to be married to him at one point. Ugh.
oh my God, he's so cringe. I can't. He's just like ugh. And like at first, in the first season or something, maybe there was something about him that you're like, not that he's charming or anything, but like, okay, they seem happy. The women seem happy. They're not fucking happy. Nobody was ever happy. I think I was watching that show when I was like so young. I just remember like TLC was like on like my parents' house and I was like, "Oh my God, Kate, let's watch Sister Wives. What is this drama?" And we were sat. We were sat from day one.
Wait, how many wives did he have at one point?
Four.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe one day we do a Sister Wives deep dive episode. I died. Like I love talking about like I will just like spill the tea to James. Like I love it. And he's like, "Wait, is that this one or that one or who?" And I'm like, "Girl, let me tell you." Yeah, it's not good though. It's horrible, in fact. But
Mm.
I
And how
mean,
many kids collectively?
19, I think. But it's like from four different moms. And
I know
then
you couldn't even beat like 19 kids and counting.
they don't need more kids. You know what I mean? Like
No, no one needs more kids.
no, yeah, no one needs 19 fucking kids. Oh my God. But even just like collectively through like four parents, it's like there was definitely still like kids' needs being unmet as far maybe like they
For
were all
sure.
taken care of, right, on the surface, but like emotional
Yeah,
needs and all that sort of stuff. I'm just like, that's
those are not being met.
crazy. And like, not to be judgmental, it is more of a question. Robin, one of the wives, always got cold sores and like it's visible on the show. So what's standard protocol? If we're all married to the same guy, is it just like, hey, don't kiss him when you have a cold sore because then like we all risk getting a cold sore?
Oh, I would hope so,
I
right?
would
I
hope
mean,
so, but
that's
I don't know. As someone that gets cold sores and it's not cute, uh, don't come near me like with a 10-foot pole. I like throw out the toothbrush, throw out any lip glosses. I'm like, can't fuck with it. It's disgusting. I hate to say it. It's
yeah.
disgusting. I'm gonna
Well,
It is. It's
yeah.
horrible. It's ugly.
Hmm.
Yeah. And that's it. And thank you. You don't need to I don't need that. It's not bad. No, it's fucking bad. One time I got
Well, honestly,
two in 1 week.
I
One time I
honestly
was so
like.
sick.
I don't really know what they look like other than just like a pimple thing.
Girl, they're so it's like a little bump and then it
Mhm.
starts to get like gross. And it gets gross before it
Oh,
gets better.
oh,
And my some of my lips have like scars.
oh, how do you
So I
get
do
that?
take a medication if I feel it coming on. Because like it's almost
Oh,
like a sixth sense. You're like, I'm getting a cold sore.
oh, knock
It's
on wood, I
weird.
would never get that.
Yeah, I mean, I think like if you've gone this far in your life without it, you're probably good.
Oof,
Yeah.
oof, thank
Yeah.
God.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like you know what? I'm not that lucky, but I wish you all the luck.
Let us know, guys. Are you team cold sore or not team cold sore?
Don't let us know, for God's sakes. Like, you know what? As someone that gets them, fucking disgusting. Period.
Okay. I want to talk about hot list of hate. Tell me if we
Yes.
talked about this already, because
Okay.
why do I feel like we did? Okay, I was talking to this lady recently, and she was like, "Oh, you're a woman's health and fitness coach. Like, you should 100% talk to these girls that I have been working with." And I was like, "Oh, like tell me more, because like I don't work with teenagers. Like, that's not like my
Hmm.
cup of
Your
tea.
demo.
Like, it's not, yeah, my demo. Like, I'm not making content for teenagers, you know.
Yeah.
But we all have went through a collectively similar experience with body image, body dysmorphia, X, Y, and Z. So she is this woman I was talking to is a psychologist, I believe, and she was telling me that these girls she's been working with, I guess I'm not sure where exactly. I didn't ask all the details, but like at a school maybe or something like that. They have been just really not going through it, like not eating enough,
Yeah.
trying to lose weight, and when they feel like they're getting heavy, they're working out like tons of cardio. And she said, you would be a great influence. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm just like, like I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. Like I didn't know what to do with that information. And she's like, and they need some help because they've been the wrestling coach has been giving them workout plans, and they're just bulking up. They're just bulking up, and it's like, and they're getting really frustrated with the scale, and it's just like I just getting that bulky as women, it's just like it's not a good look. Like tone is fine. Does that bulky just not a good look, and they don't want that, and they get all upset the scale's going up, and they start cutting their food, like not eating nearly enough. And so it's like two things happening at once here, maybe even three
Yeah.
things. Number one, everyone has a lack of education here.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Everyone.
first and foremost, that is like the biggest problem. If there was like a little bit more education, could probably.
100%. Number two, it's like
Are
a
these
rite
like
of
high
passage.
schoolers?
I didn't even ask. It
Oh,
seems like it though. It
it
seems
does.
like
Yeah.
it though. I just kind of wanted to jump ship from that
I
conversation
hear you.
because I was biting my tongue, because when I hear women say like, "Oh, she just shouldn't get that bulky. It just looks bad." Like, just get a little toned. Like my fire engines are like full steam. I'm like, relax. Like I'm not here to change this woman's opinion. You can't change people's preferences. And if she doesn't like that for herself, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. But you don't need to put your negative perspective on muscle mass onto younger females. Like that
Yeah.
was like, I'm not standing for that. So anyway, I was like, interesting, okay. And then I'm just letting her kind of just tell me all these things. And yeah, so she was basically saying that like muscle mass doesn't look good on women, and I'm like, noted, thanks. um, and number two, so the main thing is that like obviously lack of education for everyone here. Number two, again with lack of education, these girls are struggling with their weight. They don't know what to do. They're cutting their calories. Now they're working out, lifting weights. Fantastic. They're probably not getting super bulky. Like it takes
Yeah.
years to do that. They're probably just putting on a little bit of muscle mass, and maybe they don't have obviously a good understanding of food. So if you want to build more size, you eat more food. So they probably are getting quote unquote bulky because they're feeding their body more, and their body
Hmm.
probably hasn't been fed correctly or enough food in a while. So it's not that they're getting so bulky and it's ugly. It's more just like, oh, they're actually eating enough. And
Right.
having a poor relationship with the scale, meaning the scale moves up an inch, a pound, whatever, and you're like, oh my God, right? So
Hmm.
they probably aren't getting so bulky. They probably aren't seeing the scale climb by 5 pounds a week. It's more of just like no one knows what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the blind leading the blind.
The blind leading the deaf.
Mm-hmm.
There is zero communication happening.
I had never heard that before. Yeah, blind leading the deaf here.
That is, it's sad because clearly this woman herself probably has her own issues that she's still trying to
Mm-hmm.
work through and is
Mm-hmm.
very likely unintentionally projecting on the
Yeah.
girl. And then they're also, being these young girls and they're trying to navigate it and being in
Mm-hmm.
fucking hard and you compare yourself to
Mm-hmm.
everybody. And then
Mm-hmm.
you have this like random wrestling coach that's in the mix now. Like,
I
what do you,
know.
I'm like, what? Oh my, yeah, these girls, well, yeah. But you know what? Can't help them all. Like, it's not my
No,
place. I'm not looking to help young teenagers because can't do it. Not
no, that
not
no,
my
I
that's
no.
that's like some big stuff that they gotta like work through with, you know.
Yeah, and I think it also speaks to like anytime I've talked to someone about starting therapy and they haven't started yet, I always say like it might take you a few times just to
Yes.
find a good fit,
Yep.
because the person might not be the best fit, or the person might just suck. And now, kind of like
Yeah.
knowing this about her, I'm like, damn, like what other things are you projecting onto your
Kind of
patients?
sounds like she sucks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, my first like three therapists, I were like, you guys are like a fucking dumb. Like, I am
Mm-hmm.
lying through my teeth. You are not
Oh, I
helping.
remember that.
Just like the biggest liar in the world. And then I finally switched to a guy because I was like, you know what? Something's
Mhm.
obviously not fucking working. Let's try something different. And if it doesn't work, it's all good. We'll just try again. I was in my trying era. And I found it was like really helpful. And then one of my friends actually, she was like, I had to switch therapists because I was having like a lot of she was like saying I'm having like a lot of like body dysmorphia and my therapist, hi, can you shut the door? Um, I just saw his eyes like through the door. James just came home. She was like, I literally had to switch therapists because like my therapist was living in a larger body than I was. And I felt really uncomfortable to be talking about like how I'm having body dysmorphia when I am
Oh.
living in a smaller body than she was. And she was like, I don't think she would have felt any type of way, but just like I felt like I couldn't, like it wasn't an
Mm.
environment that I felt it was
Yeah.
going to be like taken seriously. And I think that's really important because like also having a guy therapist
Yep.
when I started to like during that like 2021 era, whatever, when I like put on weight so quickly, I was like, I feel fucking fat and I hate my body. And he goes, and that's okay. Like we can talk about that, but like that also gets to be okay. He's not like,
Mhm.
you're beautiful, whatever. Also, like, I don't think like a therapist should say you're beautiful to your clients. Like,
Yeah.
as that came out, I was like, that would be weird. But like, your body is fine where it is. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't trying to like
Mhm.
coddle it.
Mhm.
It was just like you are allowed to like, it was the first like real like I was like, you know what? This guy like it's whatever we're doing is working here because like
Mhm.
I don't feel like I have to like withhold.
Mhm.
And like I feel like it was just like a different level of professionalism. And not that he was a guy and like these other women weren't professional, but it's just like you're not always gonna find your perfect
Mhm. Mhm.
fit on the first try. And like a lot of professionals are actually just full of shit and they don't know what they're doing. Like it's everywhere, not
Mhm.
just like with us.
Mhm.
We see some coaches that are like total, like just it's felonious. It looks like shit. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? It's everywhere. It's in every career
Yep.
field. So it sounds like she was obviously projecting, which we do not
Mhm.
like. Maybe you should go to therapy yourself, which all therapists should go to therapy, shout out. But damn, was she like an older woman?
Mhm.
Ah,
Yeah.
checks out.
Check. Yeah, it even reminds me of with your friend how she like didn't feel
Yeah,
comfortable talking to that therapist. How when I first got sick and I couldn't really work out anymore because I couldn't walk, all those things.
yeah.
And I was telling her like I'm struggling with my body, I'm struggling with X, Y, and Z. And she's like, "You look fine." And I
Oh,
was like, "And we're done."
oh my God. No, that's so obnoxious and just like totally dismissive and not validating
Yeah.
whatever I'm feeling.
Yup.
Oh my God, that's so annoying. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Like I don't think you should trust anybody that you're working with blindly. Like go into it with an open mind, but if you're like, you
Mhm.
know what, this maybe doesn't seem like the right fit or this person seems like it's just not vibing, then like that's okay and walk
Mhm.
away from it. And like that doesn't mean you should
Mhm.
give up, but don't settle for God's sakes. Was
Uh-huh.
she also a little bit older? This
Yeah,
therapist that
but
you had?
not she was probably 40s maybe. It was cognitive behavioral therapy, and I lasted a full maybe 2 or 3 sessions with her, and I was like, "This ain't it."
I think that's what I do.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
Oh. Actually, when I first started with my therapist, also like he's a little bit younger, so I think that's why I'm like, okay, vibe. Because I'll literally be
Mhm.
like low key, this was like fucking crazy, and he's like, that is fucking crazy, and I'm like, you like, please, let's get let's be fucking real. I'm bearing my soul to you. Like, I think you can we can have like a casual discourse because I'm like, I think with my other therapist, I was like really afraid to like also like be
Be
me.
yourself.
Yeah, so I was like very
Yeah.
like trying to like keep it buttoned up and like try and but I'm like over here like losing my goddamn mind.
Literally having a mentee be and you're, like, trying to be professional.
Literally. Like I'm just
Uh,
having a little, what I did last night? This is actually so embarrassing.
what?
I'm okay. It was totally an accident. I don't even know if I did it, but I take three different medications and I convinced myself, which I don't know if I actually did. I convinced myself that I took two of the same versus like three different ones. So then I
Mhm.
already have medication anxiety. And then
Mhm.
I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, am I gonna die? What did I just do? Like, I'm so stressed out. And James is like, well, if you're like 90% sure that you were reading the bottles and they were all different, then it's probably fine. Nope, had a whole mentee bee, called my mom, called my cousin because she's like a nurse. I was just, and she's like, you're gonna be fine. Like, even if you did, you didn't go over like what would even be half of the maximum amount. But my
Oh
brain is
my
like, well, okay, girl, okay, that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a normal person. Like,
mm,
like get a little stressed if I think I took a little too much melatonin. So why was I wild back in the day?
or even
What's
how.
that about? Like, why was I like so not afraid back in the day? I mean, slay. That's crazy.
I don't know.
So I didn't sleep well last night.
That
I was
doesn't
stressed.
surprise me. Oh,
Yeah.
another thing I get not it's really not like a hot list of hate because like there's no hate about it. But
Should there be?
I feel like I have I don't know, I feel like lately I don't have much to hate. But anyway,
I love that.
um, yeah, it's my healing era, There's lots to hate. Um, so someone reached out to us. It was like the company, like, you know how you know how, as if everyone understands this. But when you have a very, very small podcast like ourselves, actually, no, a huge podcast, we are huge podcasters. You get cold like DMs from, people that want to come on or people that are
Yeah.
like, I can help you with SEO navigation and like help you fix your website, right? Like all stupid shit like that. We had this company reach out on behalf of their client, and it was like, we think our client, I don't even know, I skimmed it.
Joe Schmo.
Joe Schmo would be perfect. We love what you guys talk about. I don't even know. I'm making up half this because I don't even remember what it was, but it was probably like some kind of like kissing like that.
100%.
And then I'm like, let me look. So I look at his profile and then like things he wants to talk about, like parenting as a man, like male parenting and single, like male things. And I'm like, did you even listen to any of this? Like we literally like two female podcasters, female, 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 women's female, female. Like, I'm sorry, but like I wouldn't bring a man on here to talk about being a single dad.
Yeah, just like
Who's that going to serve? No
not
one.
the brand. It's not the brand. We're not, yeah, no. And those messages always crack me up because it's like, oh, we think it'd be the perfect fit. Really? Like, really? Can't you tailor the message like slightly? Like when you're copying and pasting, just like word replace. It's not that hard. I'm just like,
Like
what?
it's so dumb. It's just like you're paying this dude who knows how much to do this for you, and I don't even know what his like success rate is, but like
Can't be high.
getting yourself on a podcast is hard. And like anytime I pitch myself, I've listened to what they talk about. I have looked into who they are. What do they talk about? If I try to pitch myself to a podcast talks about being a single dad, I would have no value to bring them.
Yeah,
Like, if they only want to talk about being a single dad, I got nothing for you. Like,
right.
then what's wait, dude, waste of your money. Spend it elsewhere.
It's like so weird and just like, it's like so cringy.
Hmm.
And I don't like I would really like to know what is are we recouping any of that money?
I
Because
mean, it's probably like someone from Fiverr or something, like very cheap, and
yeah,
you're not paying much, but
quality
yeah,
people, quality.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
And then also, what was that comment that you had posted on our stories? It was I thought you looked better
Oh
before
yes.
because spoiler alert. If anyone ever fucking says that to you, oh, I thought you looked better before, and you're working on yourself, you're healthy, like you're living your best
Hmm.
life, you're doing all these things for
Hmm.
you, fuck them. Fuck them. What do you mean? Like, first of all, didn't ask. Don't
Literally, I
don't
wasn't
give
like, what looks better?
unsolicited like comments on my body. Weird.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
also like ID calf. What okay? User 21537. What do you mean?
Well, I even asked because I was like, I kind of want to know why
Oh,
they
she
felt
asked. We
I
love a
did.
follow-up question.
So we'll put the picture up, the before and after, and it's not. We're not asking for like commentary on it. I'm just showing
Yeah,
you
just the
what.
context.
Okay, hold on. YouTube's being dumb. Hold on. Let me reopen. Well, that's Pinterest.
Yeah.
Just for context. So I asked. I was like, genuine question. Why? He said, NGL. You look better before. Genuine question. Why? Short question that deserves a long answer. And well, I want to start by saying that your commitment and hard work are very admirable, and I'm not downplaying it or in a position to judge. You should do what makes you happy, but it is simple as this. Some people look better with long hair, others look better with short. It's about personal preference and overall body face. I personally feel you are more attractive with a little extra weight. That's all I meant. Just so like
Which,
that's definitely a dude.
yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna say what woman would do that because there's definitely like a percentage of women that go around commenting that
Yeah.
shit. But for the
Yeah.
most part, what do you want me to do with that information? Oh, okay. You think I look better like that? Okay, I'm just gonna go gain a little bit of weight for you, daddy. Like, what are you talking about?
And like mind you, that was I'm like 135 now. So that was like maybe 15 more like probably like 18 to like 20 pounds ago. Like,
Mhm.
we're not going back there. Like, I,
But it's just like, what do you want me to do about that? Like, people, why
yeah, it's not
comment?
your comment brings no value. Like,
Yeah.
and some people could look at that and think like, hear that from anyone and be like, oh, should I
Yep.
like go back to that? Like, should I
Right.
look like that? Like, and feel insecure. But like people's, excuse me, burp, people's opinions about how I look and how I operate literally has no effect on me. Like, it's not going to change anything I do. I love what I do. I eat a crap ton of food. Like, I feel good. I lift weights. Like, I do all those things. And like, I do them for me. I don't do
Right.
them for people to comment on my posts and be like, oh my God, goals, or oh my God, you actually look better when you were fatter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get, I don't have to like check myself because I do
Yeah.
everything that I like to do for me.
For you. Oh my God. I can't. I was having a conversation with somebody and they were like, "Oh, I went on vacation and I like gained a little bit of weight and this guy was like, "Oh, it looks good on you," or something. I'm like, "Ew, like guys are so cringy." And like obviously like, like what like in that situation, like it wasn't like this person being like, "Oh, I look bad," or whatever. Like it was actually like it was like a really kind of funny conversation. And this guy,
Mhm,
he put himself out there and he was like, "Girl, I like it. Like it's looking good." But it's just really interesting that it's mostly men will just like go out there and comment what they think that women should be doing and like as if it's going to have any impact, right? Like you're doing
mhm,
these things for your health that it makes you feel
mhm,
good. You
mhm,
feel happy. You're taking care of yourself.
mhm,
Like you're doing things that are in alignment with like your goals. You're
mhm,
not doing anything crazy. And he's over here
mhm.
like, I need to put my 2 cents in because it can't be unsaid. Like I have to tell her. I have to tell her because it's going to make this huge impact on her life. Like, what's the point? I don't get it. Like over here, like I'm never commenting on people's stuff. I don't think I've ever done unless it's like I'll comment on like random celebrity posts. And like my friends and stuff. I'll be like slay girl. But like I'll comment on random celebrity posts and I'm like gagged, absolutely slayed. Like I'm just like it's because I'm like, but I'm never like, oh, I don't agree with that. Like, no, 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 no. It's like, what's the point? What are you looking for?
I don't know. I truly don't like get like, I don't know. Yeah. And the only time I ever get comments like that, it's like unhinged people.
That and you know what? That's the thing because maybe it's somebody that's just like is lacks friends, lacks people that love them. They don't love themselves. They're just like, I spend most of my time on Facebook or TikTok and I'm scrolling and I'm unhappy. And like, I'm just going to drop
Yeah.
comments like
Yeah.
fucking nothing. And I don't know. It's really sad because like that hits the wrong girl and she is going to do,
Yeah.
do things that she doesn't necessarily want to do, but thinks like, oh, this is for like the male gaze. Like I should do that because I'm getting validation in this way or I'm being told I look better this way or whatever. And like that's the part that is actually like it's really sad because you're sitting here, you're a confident person and that doesn't hit you. But like when it does hit those people, it's just like I feel sad for them.
Yeah.
And that's on
No.
my hot list of hate.
That's a good one. But yeah, and I guess moral of the story is like do things for you. Don't
Yeah.
do your best to remain unbothered like by stupid comments like that because that comment does nothing for me. I'm not bothered.
It does nothing, but it also for you, but for some people they'll read that and it just ruminates and it takes a lot
Yeah.
of it takes a reminder. Like if something is like fucking trigger, like if it's like just you're not gonna stop thinking about it, just go and fucking delete it or block them.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Yeah.
I love blocking people. I love it.
Do
Like
you block people?
sometimes.
No.
Or I will also mute people a lot. I've never muted you, so you're welcome. Because like
Oh.
unfollowing people feels like pretty severe. Like
I
if they're
mean, I
they're in your like personal life.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to hit them with that mute. Like,
Yeah, I notoriously tell people, like, coaches in our circle, I'm like, "I don't follow coaches." Like, I really don't
yeah.
want to because it just muddies my brain. Um,
Yep.
yeah, and there are a few I def have muted because 'cause I'm like, I'm afraid to unfollow."
Literally,
Not afraid, but, like, we're kind of in the same circles,
it draws
so
a line in the sand for sure.
yeah,
There's,
but then I'm like, "It's fucking social media, like, who cares?" So then I'm like,
I know.
I just
And
whatever, sorry.
you're right. But there's some, that's what, you know what? That's why I love the mute button because I don't see your shit. But I haven't done the thing that it's like, oh, because then it would be awkward if I
Mhm.
hit the follow again. And I'm like, it's just like, that's one of my like hacks. Either block the shit out of people or mute them. And
Love.
like protect your peace because sometimes bitches got to be muted. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes, and maybe it's me, maybe I just can't handle them some days.
Hey, and that is okay. That is
That's
okay.
on awareness.
Literally, literally. Should we wrap
I'm
this
so
up? I feel
gagged.
like we're talking forever.
It hasn't even been an hour.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Oh my
we can
God.
keep
She's like
going.
trying to run. Apparently. Okay. The four
No.
o'clock hour is not when Maddie wants to podcast.
No, I don't want to be just rambling, Me
I
hitting the
think they love
people.
a little rambling, but
Okay, true.
we'll wrap it up. I did have a coffee at 3. So
Oh, jealous.
you know what? We were out and I was like, I'll just get like a little small, like nothing crazy, little
Mhm.
8 ouncer. And then I'm driving in my car, have the windows down. It's so nice out. And I was like, wow, like the Justin Bieber, like the TikTok trend, life is worth the living. Like honestly, I was like, I love coffee. I love a warm day. It's Halloween. Like, ugh, what could be better? I'm sorry. I mean, probably a lot of things could be better, but like practicing gratitude. I'm in this moment.
I'm feeling everything.
I'm feeling it. What is your life is worth living moment? Okay, my ideal, or like, have you ever seen like this or like this and Yap? And it's like a picture or something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
This and Yap?
Yeah, it'll be like a picture of like a Caesar salad with French fries and a Diet Coke. And it's like this and Yap. And like, that's everything.
Literally never seen that.
Guys, oh my God. Am I chronically online?
I hate to say it, but yes.
I love it. I honestly, though, I will wear that for us because someone's got to be out on the front lines getting the information.
Honestly,
And you know
it's not
what?
gonna be me.
It's because you're older. You're a grandma. And you know what? We can't blame you for that. But also I'm a boomer sometimes. So what's happening?
I know you are a boomer sometimes.
What is happening there? Like sometimes okay, guys, we did an interview with one of our mentors. Her name is Lacey. It's going to be coming out in December. Great episode.
Mhm.
I caught myself saying this. Why do I say it? I definitely heard some old lady saying it, and I was like, oh, that's fabulous. I am stealing it. But when I
What?
think somebody's hot or it's like a sexy, like steamy scene, because we were talking about something that was like a guy was like hot or something, and I'm like, I'm hot under
Uh,
the collar. I love saying that. And like if I'm wearing a shirt, I'll be like, oh, I'm a little hot under the collar. I love it.
That's amazing. I've never heard that.
You've never heard that? You've never heard like an old lady say that?
No, my grandma used to say, like, quit. She'd say, if we were like taking too long, quit pussyfooting around. I love that
Oh, they
one.
say, yes, I've
I
heard that.
love that one.
I don't hate it. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it.
No, I like it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll add that to my repertoire. But I love saying hot under the collar. And I do a little, I get hot under the collar. Like I put a little, razzle dazzle on it. Like I was talking
Yes.
about Jacob Elordi. I think it was, I don't even know what it was. Maybe at my friend's wedding, and we were just like talking about like our celebrity crushes, and I was like, Jacob Elordi makes me hot under the collar. And they're like, Allie. And I was like, I don't know. I love it. Take it, say it. Ladies, let's bring it back.
Can we put that on a hoodie? On a cutie?
Yes. Yeah.
Hot under, there's no
I'm hot
collar.
under the collar. Yes. And honestly, it works for anything, you guys. It's great. We're bringing back classics, because what am I gonna say? Oh, he's so hot. Like that doesn't like, oh, he makes me wet. Like that's
Ah!
that's what I'm saying.
I
That's vulgar. It's a
want to die.
vulgarity.
That
Well,
that was that was too much.
women say that. Women be saying that. And I'm just like,
Mm,
you know what? Love that for you. Go off,
not for
queen.
me.
I
Yeah.
get uncomfortable. I'm like, you know what? I'm hot under the collar. Okay.
Yeah, the PG version.
Is it though? Because it's like it like implies sexy. You're like, ooh, that is like it's the
Okay, well,
it's the implication. You're like, ooh, like it's towing the line, but we're not right there. Like I almost think that's more sexy because it's like it gets people thinking versus like when you say something like just like so like explicit, you're just like, oh yeah, all right, we get it. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I think it's funny because the way you say it, so that
Yeah.
helps.
I love a suggestive moment versus like actually saying something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about it, you guys.
Uh,
Like a suggestive romantic scene is sometimes better, like in a movie or something, is sometimes
I
better
want
than like the full thing or not. I don't know. Depends on the day.
I want you guys to comment below your favorite like phrase, right?
Mm,
Like what do you say when something is like, I don't know, hot?
anything. I mean, any phrase, because now we've just adopted when you're fucking moving too slow, stop pussyfooting around. I like that. That's great.
She'd be, quit pussyfooting around. She's- the Pittsburgh accent.
It was this your like Italian grandmother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was she tall or short? I'm trying to visualize.
Tall.
Very
Tall
tall.
queen.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
And would she like be angry about it or like
Just snappy.
snappy?
I mean,
You
keep
know,
in mind she dated like mafia members. So she was not
girl, the lore is
mhm,
real.
it's
Did she
real.
like what would she like what was like her wardrobe like? Was she like dressing fabulous or was she dressing like a granny?
Um, I guess depends what age, but like always a hint of fab. Like she has like okay, PETA animal.
Oh, fur? Yeah, PETA.
Yeah, don't come after me. But she had a mink jacket. We still have like full mink.
Okay, well, like if
And
it's
sh
already made, what are you supposed to do with it? Right?
yeah, yeah. Like I'm
So
not going out and like creating a new one. Like,
exactly, exactly. I get it. I get it.
but yeah. So she was very much like my mom. We still have to go through her jewelry. My mom keeps saying we got to get through her jewelry. But yeah, she had big rings, like just
Wow.
oh, I was like, "What's that noise?" It's a bird. Big rings, all kinds of that stuff. Yeah, she was very much
Wow.
like fashionista.
Ugh, I love that. Wow. Oh, I can just picture it. Do you love that? Like, that's kind of one thing about like people storytelling or whatever. You just
Mhm,
like get to make up in your head like what you're imagining.
mhm,
I really love that. Wow. Yeah, I don't have grandparents. Like, I never had living grandparents. I had like a pseudo grandparent, or grandma, I guess. Her name was Millie, so we just called her Millie. But she was Italian and she was like maybe 4'5", 4'6". So like I started towering over her at a very young age.
wow,
I was just like
shorty.
gagged. And like she never drove a car. Like she
Oh
was
wow.
I think born in like 1920, maybe. Never drove a
Mhm,
car. Lived in a one-bedroom apartment with like, I think she had like 15 siblings or something like that. And she was just fabulous. Like she and her sisters used to work at like this donut shop and they all had, are you all right?
mhm.
Okay.
I was being sure what I heard wasn't actually a
Yeah.
thing.
I feel you. I feel me like always. I'm like, what the heck? Like literally chronically stressed out. She just like so funny and like she used to always say like, "Oh, like I don't have my license, but like I want to drive. So like if you guys want to get me like a ride on lawnmower, like I can just like take that on the street." And she was dead serious about it.
Wow.
Yeah. Nobody ever did though because like that seems dangerous. And like you don't know how to drive, but also you can't drive that on the street. And you're older. So like let
Yeah.
the
How
whole
old does
thing.
she live?
Um, 83, I believe. She actually was like really sad. She was super, super healthy. But she got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and then had a stroke and fell. So
Oh,
she probably would have been okay, like if somebody had heard or whatever. So it was actually really like, because she was super, super healthy. She lived on a second floor, like walk up. So there was like 18 stairs. She
uh,
would like always moving around her furniture. Like she stayed really like as active as she could and was like always doing like brain things, like different puzzles or whatever, always calling up all of her, like everybody in the notebook. Like she was always doing something. And so it's just like life is like shit sometimes because
mm-hmm,
like things just like crazy shit just happens and you're like, holy fuck. Like people that are like so healthy, all of a sudden it's just like, oh my God, like they're gone. It's crazy. That's also the takeaway, you guys. Like you gotta live your life for you because I always say
mm-hmm,
this, and I try not to be morbid, but I think about it in a positive way. I'm like, if I were to be dead tomorrow, am I really proud and happy with the life that I'm living? And if you're not,
mm,
then you gotta change something. Like if you can't wholeheartedly like, fuck yeah, like I love my life. I love everything that I'm doing. I wholeheartedly believe in myself. I have great friends, family, etc. If you can't like say that, then like that should be your moment to change something so that you can
mm-hmm,
continue to like live a healthy life, whether it's like changing like how you're taking care of yourself or working out or stressors or bad relationships or you're like stressed about your job and you hate your job and you're not passionate about it. Like I'm always on that like, are we vibing? Because if we're not vibing, like what are we doing? And it's not as easy as, we like to like talk about it. But I think I'm like, what's the point of like being fucking miserable? Like I don't want that.
I 100% agree. My neighbor actually told me, she's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here." Like, it's just, and I didn't have this big, long relationship with her. Like,
Sure.
I barely ever talked to her. And she's like, "I'm so glad you're here. I just love when happy people are here." And I'm like, "Oh, she
Oh,
sees me as like happy." And like, sometimes I feel like I go through periods where I'm like, hate everyone, hate everything, like, hate my
yeah.
life, hate ever X, Y, and Z. But I've really been was that English? Why do I
I don't
always do
know.
that? I've really been making a conscious effort
Yeah.
to see in this word, you might cringe at it, but like the good, the positives throughout the day,
Yeah.
aka like the blessings that come into your day, however you want to look at it. I knew you were gonna do that. Things that come into your day that you're like, "Oh, that's awesome." Like
Yeah.
that happened, like, and I've been journaling every time one happens, I write it down. And I think about it. I'm like, "How is this gonna propel me more forward? Like, what is this doing for me?
Mm,
And then how can I use this to continue what I'm working on?" So like
yeah.
I'm just taking way more note of things that happen because I don't want to live on my phone. I do not
Yeah.
want to live on my phone.
Yeah.
Like I'm want to not, and it's so hard because we rely on social media to grow our business, but like I don't want the life to pass me by. It's why I didn't get TikTok for the longest time because
Yeah.
I didn't want to be sucked into it. But now it's just like Allie talking about, like you were saying, if you don't like something, like change it, right? It's
Yeah.
hard to change that habit. It
Yeah.
is. But anything that's hard that you want to change is it's going to be hard. It's worth
Yeah.
doing. And it's only going to happen if you choose to make that change. So if you
Yeah.
choose to wake up, like I write down every day in my journal, like I'm choosing to be happy today. Like I am, because it's a
Mhm.
choice. Like everyone probably knows that person in their life who's chronically angry, chronically in chaos, chronically something's always happening to them. Oh, this, oh, that, oh, life sucks, right? That's never going to be me. It doesn't have to
Mm,
be you. You choose that life. I thoroughly believe that. And if you want to wake up and have a great day, tell yourself, I'm going to have a great day. It's all the way you look at it, because I spilled almost this entire thing with electrolytes on me when I got here. And I was like, ah, crap. I'm like, whatever, it'll dry. Moved on. Like
yeah.
that could ruin someone and the whole day. Them like, So like
Yeah.
not letting it, let go, move on to the next thing. Today is still great.
And I think that's like a really good point, and if you're like, I am not that type of person, like that would have fucking sent me, or I find myself getting very irritable, or like different things like that. Like Lacey's episode that comes out in December, like this will be
Mhm.
really a helpful one for you to understand, because if you're feeling just very overwhelmed all the time, you never feel like you can connect with yourself and just relax and decompress.
Mhm.
Of course,
Mhm.
spilling the water on yourself, you're going to be like, I'm so fucking stupid. Like, oh my God. And just like it becomes huge because your system is just like, oh, like everything is huge. And so understanding that you don't have to live like that and you can take actionable steps. I think that's how you choose to like be happy, because there are some days where I'm just like, girl, I could pretend to be happy all I want. Like it's just like the brain is not like braining today. But I can always, if I am really irritable, I can notice. I'm like, okay, well, I've got to take a step back. Like, can I turn this day around? And I can. And you can make that happen for yourself. And so it's like really important. Like we got to do the physical work, but you guys also can't be afraid to do a lot of that inner work. Like, like you know, it might sound like woo woo or just like kind of cringy or whatever, but like doing the things that like maybe do sound cringy and just like start doing them and be like, okay, is this helping? Does this make me feel a little bit better? And you'll probably find that it does. And if it doesn't, okay,
Mhm.
then just like you tried it and you can move on. But if you're like, wow, I noticed I got a
Mhm.
little pep in my step, like I feel a little
Oh
bit
yeah.
happier. Like, fuck yeah.
Mhm.
Like I love it. I love a little like morning, just kind of like intentions, like a hold my, especially when it's colder, you know, just like holding
Here
my
we go. Setting the
hold
mood.
on. Let me. I'm like all bundled up. Guys, go to the YouTube if you're watching this right now. I'm bundled up. I got coffee. I'm like looking out on the porch. I'm just like, today's a good day. Like I love doing that shit.
Yeah. No,
It's
I
honestly,
agree.
start your day off like that. Just pretend you're in like a cute little movie, and you'll like go the
Yep.
rest of your day and you're like, wow, I'm gonna say hi to that. Oh, hi, how are you? Oh, I'll hold the door for someone. And you feel good. Like you feel happier.
If you ever wanted to go into an acting career, you would end up on Lifetime. And it would be in like Massachusetts in the fall. And maybe like your husband like died at war.
No, and I have to go home to my family's sugar cookie business because the business is suffering and we have one last hurrah to get it together. There's a big fundraiser. And then I fall in
Uh,
love with the butcher boy.
that would be the butcher
It would
boy.
be the butcher boy. Oh, I'm gagged. Somebody write the
Uh,
role for me. I could do it.
you're on it.
I'm an actress. Never forget that.
Any final remarks?
I don't think so. You know what I've learned though? Whenever a podcast says, all right, should we wrap it up? What are we doing here? There's always more. And can I tell you, that is my favorite thing as a listener when I'm like listening to a podcast and one of the person's like, should we wrap it up, or is there anything else you want to talk about? And then there's like 45 minutes left.
Oh,
That's my
that's not happening right now.
No, we already did that.
Oh, we just did that? We kind of just
No,
did, yeah.
like 20 minutes ago we did that.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So that's my favorite thing. And then you
You
look
like
down. Yeah, I
you
sucked you
sucked me
back
back
in.
in.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, I'm an actor. I was
Okay, so
acting like I was done.
Allie is cut off. Now my turn. All that you need to know, my Black Friday deals are up, and this comes out the first Wednesday, so you will have a chance to snag them right in. I'll put the link below, but sorry, I just moved my throat. My big Black Friday deal is my Lean and Strong programs, Forever and Starter. The first 5 women that join either of those programs for one-on-one coaching, whether you want the long, real deal 6 month of coaching, or you want the starter program for 8 weeks. They both have specials with that, but that's for women who are in the gym, who are banding themselves to the cardio section because they don't know what else to do. They're stuck in group fitness classes where their back hurts, where they're freaking sweaty, where they're going home and destroying a whole bag of their vice of whatever candy because they're having sugar cravings. This program is for you. It's one-on-one coaching, nutrition, actual workouts to get you lean and strong, none of the BS and the rest. But I'll have the link there and you can go and snag the Black Friday deal with that. But that is it.
Lay. I love it.
Thank you guys so much for listening or watching Kind of Hot, Kind of Healthy. Please make sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share with I can't talk today. Share this. Guys, if you didn't know this, I went to speech therapy for many years, and the two things we worked on was my L's and
Mm.
the speed at which I talk. So I struggle sometimes. Okay, back to it. Share this with your girlfriend who needs to hear this. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, where you should be watching us anyway, wherever you can stream podcasts. Oh, and if you didn't know, we dropped our first extended cut video. It was last Wednesday. So go back one episode on YouTube and you can watch an extra, how much longer was it?
I think an extra 30, 40 minutes.
An extra 30 minutes that no one else is getting but the YouTube posse. If you have a burning question about life, friendship, health, 1 or 2 cents, email us at kindahotpod@gmail.com. That's KINDAHOTPOD @gmail.com. Bye.
Bye.